All right, guys, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome aboard to the Aftermarket Recap. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join me today and every afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is 5 p.m. Friday, February 25th, 2022. Let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, bottom right-hand corner of your screen, little white logo, click on that, turn on notifications, subscribe to our channel, like our videos, please. Really do appreciate it as always. I do understand that Friday, 5 p.m. is usually happy hour for everybody. I hope everyone enjoys a nice drink because we survived the week. What a week it was. Let's go and go over it. Dow Jones gained 834 points, 2.5%. Nasdaq, 1.64%. S&P up 2.24%, 43.84 on the S&P cash. 27.59 for the VIX, down 9%. Take a look at equal weight S&P, up 2.69%, 155.16. Small caps did gain 2.25% on IWM. We had IWM calls today. We had Bank of America calls today. I went ahead and sent that out on Twitter today and on Instagram about watching the banks. Pretty much everything went up, but still, it was nice to see. Dollar index fell 0.61%, 96.54. Yields did gain 17 basis points, 1.986. Gold fell 0.33%, 176.55. Silver 22.40 on SLV, up 0.40%. High yield credit up 0.57%, 83.61. Investment grade credit 123.48 at 0.41% to the upside. Crude oil fell about 1% today, nearly 1%, 91.94. Gas down 1.12%, 2.88. And that's all she wrote, and including Bitcoin futures, 39,000 spot price right now, 38,944. Ethereum up 2.23% on the futures market, 2708. So a big day, obviously. Nice to see two back-to-back days. If I would have told you yesterday, that Russia was going to invade Ukraine, and with all the craziness, we would actually be around 4101 on the futures on the S&P. And I told you we would end the week green and a shortened week. You guys probably wouldn't believe me or think I was crazy, but that's exactly what happened. We opened on right at 9:30, settled right around 43.46. We ended the week 43.80, but without going below 41, right near 41.01. Pretty crazy to see in this kind of market. It really is day by day. I was surprised as you guys at this extra boost in the market. Obviously, the market is cheering that things are probably going to de-escalate, but there's no proof of that as of yet. Let's take a look at the daily chart. You can see that according to the Fibonacci levels, we have the next level higher. 4,400 is a big level for me. 4,400 does break. Then 44.54 would get us to that 50-yard line like I talked about in terms of football terms, American football terms, when it comes to the S&P. Nice move. Yes, don't get me wrong. Remember that weekly candle thing I told you guys about? The 3 consecutive weekly candles and how it works for SPY? Well, take a look at this. We did not have a weekly close on SPY. It was actually a weekly green. So there you go. I mean, I guess that theory is invalidated, but still, I'm happy that we gained. So again, is the worst over? That's probably the question everyone's asking. Tough to say, but I would say if we go on SPY 445.26, then I would say the worst is over if we can get there. 440 would be the key level. Look at S&P, it's 4,400. We're 20 points away from that. We were at 4101 at the bottom. We're at 4380 now. You're talking about 279 points gain in 2 days. Very, very crazy. Yesterday, I thought it was basically short covering. Today, it's basically everyone piling into calls to the upside. It got to the point of just too pessimistic. Is the worst over? Like I said, we need to get to 4,400 first. I would say 44.54, 4,500 to really confirm it. Have I bought anything today? I did not. All I did was trade today. I did not buy any investments other than SPY-G yesterday, so that was nice to see. Let's go over the where is this? FinViz. FinViz will give us exactly what sectors did well, and we'll get the heat map going. Pretty much a lot of green on the board. The only one that was red was Intuit and EOG Resources and Moderna. Everything else, well, and eBay and Booking. So all that was green and MasterCard. So again, green across the board, nice to see, obviously. So we'll take a look at the groups. What gained? Basic materials, defensives, Financials, technology was actually the laggard. Nasdaq had a hell of a day yesterday. I thought we'd give some of that back, but it continued to roar higher. Let's take a look at the 1 week relative performance from Friday to Friday last week. Utilities still leading, 1.72%. That shows that we're still in a little bit of a fear market. Healthcare, real estate, kind of safer haven investments. Cyclicals down 3.3%. Financials down 0.63%. Technology was in the red for the week, and communication services 0.32%. That's Facebook, Google, Twitter, what have you. Let's go ahead and scroll down a little more, and we'll go to year-to-date relative performance. This will really give us where we are for the year. This is from January 1st to now. Energy is still leading the way, up nearly 20%. Basic materials are basically eking out a gain. But the biggest loser, technology, cyclicals, and communication services. In a bear market, those are the first three to go down for the most part. Usually consumer cyclicals. Technology with higher valuations, that's where we are. So again, it is nice to see, like I talked about yesterday, and I'm talking about today. It's just a terrible one. It's just a tough tape. A lot of opportunities for traders, but for investors, you're going through the roller coaster basically. So again, is it time to go long on Nasdaq? I do have QQQ calls for Monday. I think it is green right now. I closed IWM today and Bank of America today. I also traded Citi on my own. I caught that as well. So again, some nice moves in the market, but just a wild one in general. I mean, we just have to get used to it for the time being with all the geopolitical issues. But the real thing that we need to look for is our levels. 4,400 should break. The level that we're really looking for is right around 44.60, 44.54. Then it'll get us to 4,500. So again, Fibonacci's kind of give us kind of a roadmap. You don't have to depend on it. It's kind of like a navigation system in your car. You don't need it to go home, but you need it to go to wherever else you want to go. But we know where we need to go. So 44.54 next week is our target if we break 4,400. For all we know, this could be a dead cat bounce and get us back to around 420, 50, 42.54, 42.60 level, which was our previous support. And then we broke that over that time. So do I expect any downturn? Yeah, of course, we could always reject. Again, this is the issue. The issue in Ukraine and Russia has not gone away. So again, kind of a one of those things to just kind of breathe for a little bit. We have all weekend. Let's see if we have any craziness. Next week we have non-farm payroll report. It's a new month. Seasonally wise, March is pretty strong after the 15th. Let's see if we continue on to the upside. But again, I'm happy, but I'm not popping any champagne as of yet. Again, let's get to 4,400 and then 44.54, and then we could talk. Until then, let's be cautiously optimistic. That's it. I think if you guys get to around 4,500, 45.60, that's another opportunity to get out of those high beta, high growth names that you don't want to own, that you just want to get out. If you're looking at the Nasdaq futures, it's right around 15,074. If you're looking at Qs, it's right around 360. If you want to get out of those stocks, the ones that you don't want, the snaps, the pins, the upstarts, the SoFis of the world, that's the target you need to get out, which is right at 360. 360 needs to be your target to get the hell out. If not, you'll probably get some more volatility. Again, if you have those high growth names, that's what happens. Name of the game. All right, let's answer some questions. Dylan says, crazy market. You said it, my brother. Definitely crazy times. JJ said sad about the situation with Russia. I agree 100%. Of course, let's give our prayers and our thoughts to those in Ukraine that are affected, of course. Time to go long NASDAQ. Again, we're just going to wait a little bit. I have a level for 346.50, but really the level I'm looking for, if you started to wanted to buy some stocks, 352, which would be the 20-day or so on the daily, should give us a nice roadmap for the upside. I would say 352. I would say green light. You could start buying some. Thank you so much for your helping me. Thank you so much, you and your team, for helping me learn so much self-control. That's really it, man. You're just competing with yourself. It's a difficult market. It's a difficult thing that we do daily, but we try to do our best, and I'm glad that you guys appreciate that. Thank you. Do you expect any downturn yet? Well, again, downturns are always the risk. The only thing that I'm worried about is over the weekend. Over the weekend, I want to see if there's any more escalation. I want to see if there's any more severe sanctions. If that's the case, it could affect the market. Who knows what could happen over the weekend? So try to keep the risk. I try to keep the risk low over the weekend. I closed IWM for right around 32% calls. I left QQQ running. I'm okay with one trade running for the weekend, kind of mitigate that risk. But it looks like we're going to continue the upside for now. I mean, really, the target for Qs is 352. 352 breaks, then I'd feel a lot better. For SPY, 440, 444, I'd be a happy camper as well. So there we are. Can you explain what you saw with IWM, the major answer? Just learning, made my green on it. Congratulations. IWM, if you look closely on the 1 hour chart, once we broke above 199, there was a gap to fill right here at 203.46. That was our target with a 205 calls, I believe, or 204s. I want to say 205s. And that's what we played, which was if you look at right here, that red line, that's your 200-day moving average. We just played the pop on it with a kind of a stopwatch at 200, and then we broke above. There is a slight gap to fill right at 203.40. We should fill it, but again, the risk of the geopolitical climate over the weekend is just too much. What do you think about crypto right now? Do you see it going back to 2,300? 2,300, let me see. See if I could find it. Where is this thing? Give me a second. I have all this glare and I can't see. I'm trying to look at Binance. I have Binance up and I have, here we go. Let me go ahead and bring up ETH. See, ETH, I had to slide over in my widescreen. We're at 2702. Really, the bottom, I guess, right now is 2,300. Again, I'm bullish crypto, guys. I didn't sell anything for the most part. So, again, just waiting on it. Could we pull back? Sure. Again, it all depends on the headlines over the weekend. We could get some really craziness going on. So, again, don't feel like everything is all hunky-dory because it just isn't. Not as of yet. But 2,300, again, you'd need something really bad to happen over the weekend. And I hope it doesn't happen. Do you think that rates and war is priced in already? No. Because what kind of war? It could get really ugly with chemical weapons, nuclear weapons, knock on wood. We don't want that. Again, you never know. I hate to say the worst case scenario. So there's nothing definite out here. The only thing you can play is the price in front of you. Price action dictates all. So again, you just have to kind of have that cautious optimism for the most part. But again, inflation hasn't gone away. The Fed hasn't gone away. We're going to raise rates. Again, strong economy for the most part, sure. We had a really nice GDP print. We had a nice retail sales print, but inflation is still high. So again, expect liquidity to be sucked out a little bit from the market from the most part. I'm just hoping nothing crazy happens over the weekend. On Monday, if we are where we are on Monday flat, I'd feel a lot better, 100% better. And then we could start breaking some levels. But again, in regards to pricing it in, again, pricing in the current situation, yes. Pricing in escalation, no. That's the big deal, is the escalation. If the Russians do take over Kiev, which is the capital city of Ukraine, then, then it could be all she wrote, and we could retest back down to, 4,100. It could definitely be a possibility. I mean, there's so much unknown and uncertainty. It's hard to give exactitudes, and that's what we really don't want to do. 4,400. Let's get to 4,400. If we get to 4,400, I feel a lot better. We can get to 4,450. 4,450 is a big resistance. If we can break that, 4,500 is next. And then 4,500, I would say clear skies, because then that'll get us back to a really nice trend back up, and it'll get us back to a nice channel here between 4,454 and 4,538, which we were just at the beginning of the month. And that'll basically wipe out all of February and get us back to where we were in the beginning of February, end of January. And I think I can live with that. I think everyone else can too. So there you go. Do you think the consumer spending was up because inflation or actual sales? I didn't get to deep dive on that report, but again, I can only give you some kind of the only thing I could honestly tell you is that I did travel last week. The airports are packed. People are doing things. People are out shopping. I tried to go to Universal in Orlando this weekend. The line was out the door. I couldn't even find a parking space. So again, I can give you anecdotal evidence, but is that concrete? Again, that's Florida. I mean, I can't really speak for Rhode Island, Wyoming, Idaho, Nebraska, or what have you. But I still believe the consumer is strong. I still believe the economy is still chugging along. Is there some speed bumps down the way? Of course, nothing is perfect. But again, nothing. A lack of perfection provides opportunities for us as traders and investors. So we just have to be vigilant as always. So again, I'll keep an eye on everything as we get along in terms of the news that comes out from Europe, and keep it locked on Twitter as always at G.A.R Capital, and really do appreciate it. I haven't gotten much sleep the last 2 nights, obviously with all the stuff going on. So I'm definitely going to try to relax this weekend and enjoy with the market being closed. It's a lot. Thoughts on Facebook for a few weeks out, massive gap there. There is, but Facebook in general is underperforming the Nasdaq. So we're not there yet. What I would say is a break of around 215 would be nice. 215 would be good because then we have a little more upside to possibly 235, 230. So again, let's put an alert at 215. That'll be over the 200-day moving average. So there you go. Normalcy would be nice. Let's cross our fingers and hope for the best. That's all I can tell you guys because nothing is for sure yet. Let's get through the weekend one day at a time. One day at a time, and we'll get there. So again, guys, I appreciate you guys rock with me as always. Go ahead and uh, hit that like button if you love these videos. It really helps the algos. Yeah, I do see a 1 hour chart on XOM. You could see a descending triangle. If we go to the daily, you could see that coming back down. Again, oil prices could go down as well. So again, just keep an eye on that. Maybe a little bit of normalcy, like I said. So enjoy your weekend, guys. Make sure to hit that like button for me if you really do love these videos. It does help the algorithm for YouTube. My goal on YouTube is hit 10,000 subs. If you do love this channel or know someone who would enjoy it, please share this and let them know to subscribe and show the love. I appreciate it. Is PayPal a buy yet? I don't think anything is a buy as of yet. I don't think anything is yet. Let's go ahead and get to 4,400 on the S&P, and then we can start talking about buying. How about that? I think that's fair. We're close, but we're not there yet. Almost. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. We'll keep an eye on everything over the weekend. Yes, I will get some sleep. Enjoy your weekend, guys. You guys can tell in the bags in our eyes. Have a good one, guys. Thank you guys so much. Love y'all. We'll catch you guys on Monday for the morning note. Cheers, guys.